had this beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, lovely bag in my collection for 2 years now. That means that I have lots of opinions, good and bad, and I want to share them with you guys today. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Melissa and I love to talk about handbags. If you love to talk about handbags just as much as I do, then I hope that you will consider subscribing. Today's video is all about the Louis Vuitton Croisette. I did do a questionnaire over on my Instagram and on my community page asking you guys if you had any questions about the Louis Vuitton Croisette. And luckily for me, you guys had enough questions where I'm able to turn this entire video into a Q&A. At the end, I will share with you guys what fits inside and any information that I feel like that wasn't covered in the questions. But your questions were so good that I feel like it covers pretty much everything. If you want to be involved in the questions, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can see whenever I do a questionnaire on my community page over here on YouTube. And also make sure that you are following me over on Instagram. I do have it linked down below for you guys, and that way you can add in any questions for future reviews that you may have. I also have a TikTok where I share with you guys my outfits of the day. I am mid-size, typically a size 10 or a size large. I'm curvy, I'm busty, I'm hourglass, and I embrace my shape. So if that is something that you guys would be interested in, that is linked down below as well. Let's dive into your first question, which was, did you spray your bag with Apple Guard? Did you spray the Vachetta more specifically with Apple Guard? And did you notice a difference? I did spray my bag with Apple Guard. In fact, I have 2 videos of me spraying different bags with the Apple Guard. I will have them both linked down below. One was Apple Guard, one was Carbon Pro. They serve the same purpose, but I had several of you guys tell me that you felt Carbon Pro works better than Apple Guard. Did I notice a difference? I have to be honest with you guys, I don't know, because all of my bags are sprayed with Apple Guard, so I don't really know what it would be like if I didn't spray it with Apple Guard. I will say I don't have any watermarks, cross my fingers, on any of my bags, so maybe it is helping in that regard. But I also live in a very dry climate. I live in Arizona. It's over 100 degrees already, you guys, and I'm sweating, so I apologize if you see my face glistening. But I don't feel like I am the right person to really answer that as far as water spots go, because it really doesn't rain here, and the few times that it does rain, I tend to reach for my SPEEDY B25 in my Damier bin. So I do it as a precaution. I've done it twice on this bag. I do it about once every year for my bags. I've heard if you overdo it, it dries it out. So of course I'm cognizant of that. But I do want to protect it, and so I do spray it about twice or once a year. The next question is, where is your Twilly from? I specifically left my Twilly on here so that I could answer this question. It is from Silk Philosophy. She has a small brand where she has different, they're actually labeled as bracelets. They are silk material, but what I like about Silk Philosophy's Twillies is that her material is much less, so you don't have a huge piece of fabric dangling down, which I really appreciate. And they're affordable. They're less than $50. You can customize them, and you can do lots of beautiful different prints and patterns. So I will have Silk Philosophy linked down below in case you guys are interested. It's not an affiliate. She doesn't even know who I am, but I do appreciate the fact that it is a small business, and I love to shout out small businesses. And the second part of the question was, what do I do to protect the Vachetta leather? Well, one is the Twilly. I actually put this on here because I tend to carry this bag top handle quite a bit. Anytime I'm dressed up, you guys, you better believe I'm carrying a bag top handle. It's just my vibe. It just elevates an outfit in my personal opinion. If I'm going to work, I will carry it crossbody or long shoulder. However, I prefer top handle, so I did put this on here just to protect it, but I will go ahead and take this off so that you guys can see what it looks like. I didn't put this on until I want to say about a year after I purchased this bag, and I think I have a video on that as well, so if I do, I will link it down below for you guys. But the Vachetta is perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues, even with me carrying it top handle for about a year before I added the Twilly. So as you can see, it's a good length. It's not too long and it's not too short. And then the Vachetta on here looks absolutely stunning. So that is how I protect this portion. And then as I mentioned, I did spray it with Apple Guard, but I'm not too careful or gentle with my bags. I have a smaller handbag collection. I have a total of 23 bags in my collection. 17 of those bags are luxury, actually 18, but one of them I haven't shared with you guys yet. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because once we hit 6,000 subscribers, I get to share with you guys my last unboxing for 2023. However, I don't baby my bags. I use all of them. I like to have them in rotation. I like to have a smaller collection so that they do all get used, and this one is no exception. It gets used quite a bit. The next question is actually about the clasp here. The question is, how is the clasp holding up over the years? Is there any tarnish? I don't have any tarnish on mine whatsoever. Sorry about my dogs and my kids in the background, you guys. It's real life around here. I don't sugarcoat it. This is my life. This is my jam. If you're interested in it, great. If you're not, then I apologize. However, this is the clasp here. You can see it looks absolutely beautiful. It does have some scratches on there, but it doesn't have any tarnishing whatsoever, and the scratches are covered up by the clasp closing, so that doesn't bother me at all. It's apparent that that's going to happen with all of your bags. Anytime you have a clasp like this, you're going to have scratches. It's just something that happens with wear. The next question is, what is your favorite part of the bag? And it's a two-part question. She also asked, how do I keep it clean? So what is my favorite part of the bag? Literally everything. I love the flap closure. I love the clasp. I love the pink interior. I think it's absolutely stunning. I love the fact that it's a big open pocket. It doesn't have any dividers. It has one slip pocket back here. But if I'm being honest, you guys, I don't need a pocket at all inside my bag. I never use them. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you guys ever use the pockets inside of your bags? Because I never do. So I could do away with that, but I love the big opening pocket, open area. Struggling with my words today. I love the top handle. It's nice and roomy. As you can see, I easily can get my curvy size arm through there. I love that I can carry a top handle. I love that the strap is removable. I love the colorway. There's nothing that I really don't love about this bag. I really, really enjoy it. And the second part of the question is, what do I do to keep it clean? I honestly don't do anything, you guys. I wipe it down occasionally with just a paper towel that's damp on one side and dry on the other side. Other than that, I don't do anything. I do wear it with dark clothes. I wear it with light clothes. Now, most of my wardrobe is lighter tones like you're seeing on me now. I like to wear a lot of white jeans. I think I have just as many pairs of white jeans as I do color or blue jeans. So I would say that because of my wardrobe style, I don't necessarily have to worry about color transfer. That's never happened. So I don't really do anything other than occasionally wiping it down with a wet wipe just for normal maintenance and cleanup. But other than that, I don't do anything to keep it clean. All right, question number 5, or person number 5 rather, asked 3 questions. Her first question is, how do I store the bag? I store it inside of the dust bag. Any of my bags with vachetta on them, so this one, my ALMA BB with the pre-tanned vachetta, I store in the dust bag for a couple of reasons. One, I don't love the darkening vachetta. I love it in the colorway that it is now, and I even love this color, but anything deeper than this I really am not a fan of. So I do store it in the dust bag to keep it lighter longer. I also keep it in the dust bag because my shelf in my room is facing a large window, you guys, and I know you're not supposed to do that, but this is the only area in my room that I could place my bag shelf. So I do like to protect it from the sun. Now I do have curtains that go over my windows, but during the day I love sunshine, so I do open my window curtains at nighttime. I'm looking up because I can see my curtains right in front of me. So I do store it inside of the dust bag. Her second question was, do you store it inside of the dust bag? Yes, I do store it inside of the dust bag. And her third question was, did you spray it with Apple Guard, which we did already go over. Person number 6 asked me 2 questions, one of which was, did the bag meet all of your expectations? 1000%, you guys. This bag is one of the bags that I recommend to people the most. It just doesn't have any cons or flaws in my personal opinion. I think that this bag is so much better than the Pochette Matisse because it doesn't have the dividers and it doesn't have that really boxy satchel shape. I feel like the Pochette Métis looks a little bit less classy, a little bit more masculine in my personal opinion, and I feel like this looks a lot more feminine. So I do recommend this bag almost anytime somebody asks me which bag they should get from Louis Vuitton. This is my first recommendation. And the second part of the question was, would I purchase it again? 1000%. You guys, if this vachetta gets to a point where it's too dark and I don't like it, I'm not there yet. I'm sure I have quite a few more years before I get there. I plan to sell this and repurchase it. I love it that much. I think it is absolutely stunning. My daughter actually just asked me that because we were talking about how the vachetta tans, and she was very curious about the process. And so we were talking about it, and she asked me if this one gets too dark, would I ever have the vachetta replaced? And I told her, you know what, honestly, I would probably just sell the bag and buy a brand new one, because there are so many people who love that really deep vachetta, and I'm just not one of them. So yes, I would absolutely buy this bag again. If they came out with this exact style of bag in leather and certain colors, you bet your ass I would run out and buy it right away, and I would break my low buy for it. Yes, ma'am, I said that. Person number 7 asked me, does the canvas need conditioning, especially in the winter when it's dry? Well, here our winter is very, very different than most places. Our winter is probably, I'd say our lows during the day are around 50 degrees at the lowest during the day. Not in the morning, it does drop lower than that in the morning, but during the day, 50 degrees is about the lowest it gets here. So I would say that we definitely don't have dry winters. We have more dry heat summers because I live in Arizona. It's a desert here. It is, you walk outside and the heat just hits you like you're opening an oven, you guys. I swear to you guys, it is so unique, and it is so hot, and it's so disgusting, and I absolutely hate it. And the reason why I'm talking about it so passionately right now is because it's over 100 degrees today, you guys, and I'm just, I'm not looking forward to it. So no, I don't condition the canvas. I'm sorry, I've never conditioned the canvas, although I am interested in conditioning all of my bags. I want to purchase a conditioner and go ahead and condition them, because a lot of them are over 2 years old, and I do worry about, with the dry heat, the leather cracking on a lot of them. Person number 8 asked me, what do I do to prevent the bag from yellowing? I honestly don't do anything, you guys. I do cover it, like I said, but I don't think that that's something that it's inevitable. It's going to yellow over time. Why does that happen? I have no clue. I guess maybe sun damage, but I will say mine has slightly yellowed over time. I didn't even notice it until my daughter, when we were talking, she pointed it out that it did look slightly yellow compared to my newest bag here. So as you guys can see there, and I agree, it did slightly yellow, but I don't even notice it, so it doesn't bother me whatsoever. If it gets too yellow, because I do love this bag so much, I will just move on from this particular one, and I will rebuy it. Person number 9 asked me if there was one thing that I could change about this bag, what would it be? And they asked if I would rebuy it. Yes, I would rebuy it. And if there's one thing that I could change, I wish that there was a way to keep the vachetta the color that it is right now, because I love this tan color. I don't necessarily like it when it's so pale like this one, but I do love the tan color, and I wish I could stop it from patinaing more, but obviously there's no way around that, so I guess that's not something that I would change. I would like for the strap to be adjustable for those of you that it doesn't work for, but it does work for me. So I guess I would say if there was one thing that I would change about this bag, I would change the strap, and I would hope that they would make it adjustable to fit more body types. Person number 10 asked, how do I feel about the patina process? I've briefly answered that, sort of, but the actual process of the patina, it really scares me. So when I first started using this bag here, I was terrified, and I actually considered getting twillies for both of the handles. I've decided not to. I just think it would look funny. I put the twilly that was on here, but because the handles open and close, it just kind of moved the twilly up. So I've decided not to. If you guys have a remedy for handles, let me know down in the comments below to keep them protected. But when the bag is brand new and it's really light colored like that, I am terrified to use it. I'm terrified to stain it. I'm terrified of oils. Once it's darker like this, in my personal experience, I feel like it's a little bit more hard wearing. You don't notice things quite as much. And like I said, I do spray it. But if I'm being honest, the patina process, the whole process terrifies me. And I am not looking forward to when this bag gets to a point where I don't like the patina anymore. So that's how I feel about patina. And the last person number 11, asked me, have I found the azure to yellow? So yes, I have, slightly, ever so slightly. I didn't even notice it, but my daughter did, and she pointed it out to me. And then she asked, is it hard to style with white? Yes and no, because it does have this blue in here. I feel like it breaks it up enough where you can style it with white. But let me put this white paper next to it so you guys can see. This is what all my questions were written on. You can see how big of a difference it is to white. The azure is not a pure white. These little squares are actually tan and white, and these are blue and white. I will do a close-up for you guys to see that. So it is a little bit hard to style if it's going to be right up against white, but I feel like because it does have the other colors mixed into it, it makes it slightly easier to style. Now my YSL bag here, I have a hard time styling this one with white because it is a vintage white. So as you can see here, it just looks dirty to me. I don't know what it is about it, but it looks dirty to me. So this is my workhorse bag. This is my bag I carry to work. This is the bag that I carry when I know I'm going to be out and about and I don't want to worry or fuss about this bag. I did buy it pre-loved. It's not in pristine condition. Otherwise, it definitely wouldn't be a workhorse bag for me, but I've chosen to dedicate this bag as a workhorse bag, rainy days, those types of things, because otherwise I just wouldn't use it. It's just not white enough and the color clashes, I feel like. But because this one has other colors in it, I feel like I can get away with it more. Okay, let me stop rambling and do a close-up of the canvas next to white for you guys to see. I feel like you guys had some really great questions. The only thing that I feel like wasn't covered is actually this little tassel here. It is red on the inside, which I don't like. I'm not going to take the rubber bands off, but the inside is red, like a reddish, no, it's pretty red. And so I close mine up. Red is not my color. I think it is absolutely stunning. I wish it was my color, but it's simply not. And I also rubber band it shut so that it doesn't flare out, because this thing looks bad. It looks like a cat that's been electrocuted, like on this little tab here if you do not rubber band it. So I use clear elastics, not rubber bands. Someone corrected me in my last video. They are clear hair elastics that I tie around there. You don't even notice them really. Sometimes when I'm using the bag, I take them off, but as of lately, I've just kind of been lazy and leaving them on. So that is something to know. If you do like the tassel to be a little bit more flared, then obviously just don't put the rubber bands on it. But if you like a more simple, clean look like I do, then just put some clear elastics on it. Before I jump into what fits inside of this bag, I do want to do a side-by-side comparison with a couple of popular styles so that you guys can see the size. So here is the Speedy 20 and the Croisette. As you can see, they are very, very similar in size. Hopefully I'm holding it in the camera screen good enough. So as you can see there, even in the width, it's not too much of a difference. And the bottom's there. So they are, in my opinion, they are very, very comparable in size. And now let's do the ALMA BB. As you can see here, the ALMA BB is slightly larger, I feel, than the Croisette. In height, they look like they're almost exactly the same, but in depth is where they look a little bit different to me. Actually, they're pretty similar. The bottoms aren't too similar, but they are pretty similar. And as you can see here, the handles are quite a bit higher than the Croisette handles here, but the Croisette handle is quite a bit wider than the Louis Vuitton ALMA BB. I do plan to do a comparison between these 3 styles, so stay tuned for that. I do need to use this bag quite a bit more before I do that, but that is in the works. And I'm really excited to see which one is my preferred style, because so far my Croisette and my ALMA BB are 2 of my favorite styles from Louis Vuitton. So let's go ahead and see what fits inside of this bag. I am currently using my ALMA, or my Speedy 20, so I'm just going to take everything out of here and see how it fits inside of the Croisette. So the first thing I'm going to pull out is the largest item. This is my mini pochette inside of here, just to roughly share with you guys what I have in here. I've got hand cream, I've got chapsticks, I've got sanitary wipes, I've got lady products, I've got headache medicine, and I've got eyeglass cleaners, and that's pretty much the gist. Oh, and I have lip products and perfumes inside of here. So she's pretty chunky and she's pretty packed full, and as you can see, she fits in there perfectly fine. That's another thing I wanted to share with you guys. Look how malleable this is. It's not stiff at all, which makes it extremely easy to get in and out of and to find your things inside of there. The next thing is my cell phone case. This is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Of course, that's going to fit in there fine. Let me see if it fits in the pocket. It will not fit in the pocket, but I believe a smaller phone will. And there you go. The next thing is going to be my wallet. This is my Louis Vuitton Victorine wallet. I almost said zippy coin purse because I was talking to one of you guys shortly a little bit ago about your zippy coin purse and how much you loved it. But this is a Victorine wallet. It's from the Milky Way collection, and I'm a huge fan. I absolutely love it. It holds everything I could possibly need, and then I actually use this zipper compartment for my extra cards. Huge fan. If you are somebody who likes to still carry cash around and you want a wallet that does it all but isn't so big and bulky, this is your guy right here. Make sure you get the leather though, because the canvas is more bulky than the leather. Okay, so as you can see, that fits in there just fine as well. You can use a card holder to make more room, but I find that I don't need to do that. All of my items do fit inside of here. Next is going to be my Louis Vuitton key pouch. Of course, that slips right in there. And I like to put these items in vertically so that they make more room. If you put them horizontally, then you end up with a bunch of empty space up top. So I like to do them vertically. The next item is going to be a pack of mints. I've been really enjoying mints. I used to chew gum quite a bit, but I have a lot of issues with grinding my jaw, and when I'm chewing gum, it just makes it worse. So the mints are the way to go for me as of lately. And that is what that looks like inside of there. As you can see, it fits great. Now, the last 2 things that I carry on a day-to-day basis are going to be my headphones. These are just the plain AirPods, and they fit in there perfectly fine. And the last item is my sunglasses, and this is just a pair of sunglasses inside of a soft case. This is actually a case that my cell phone came in, and then I just started using it as a sunglass case. So that goes inside of there, and it will fit right on top. So this is packed full, as you guys can see there, and it will close just fine. It is closed with all of those items inside. You can see from the side, it's not bulging. It's not having any issues whatsoever. Now, if I want to wear this bag to work, I like to carry my Kindle with me when I go to work. So I will either not carry my mints, or I will go down to a card holder, and then I can fit my Kindle back here. It's nice and thin. Or if I really want to carry all of these items, I'll just put my phone in my pocket, and then my Kindle will fit back there just fine. So as you can see, this bag, although she is a smaller size bag, she fits quite a bit. She holds about the same amount as the ALMA BB does, but I feel like it fits better in this bag than the ALMA BB because of the shape of this bag. I think that just about covers everything. If you have any other questions, please leave them down below in the comments. But I also wanted to ask you guys a question. Did you guys prefer this style review where I answer your specific questions, Or do you prefer the style review where I just go over all of my personal thoughts about this? I thought that this video was really unique because you guys asked questions that I wouldn't have thought to go over. So I think going forward, I would like to include this in all of my reviews if that's something that you guys enjoy. So please don't be shy, don't be quiet. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys enjoy this style review more or if you prefer the other style review more.